All right, so I'm back. And for the second part of the UCSP Reviewer, I'll be talking about topics 4 to 6. So for topic 4, this is where we discuss biocultural and sociocultural evolution. So here, we have a parallel discussion on the development of humans as organisms vis-a-vis their culture and, of course, the evolution of the society alongside the evolution of man. So for biocultural evolution, we combine the biological evolution as proposed by Darwin as well as the influence of cultural practices and geographical factors into how we evolve as humans. So the point of biocultural evolution is to not just see biological evolution as something independent or that it just happened out of nowhere, but rather we start seeing biological evolution as biocultural evolution because definitely environment and the practices of the earlier species of humans have something to do with how we evolve as the people of the day. And for Darwinian evolution, it's important to note that it revolves around the concept of natural selection, in which species are meant to compete for survival. So those who were able to adapt to the changing environment became the perpetuator of the species that we encounter today or that may have survived um, millions of years of uh, changes, no, in our planet. So it's basically weeding out the weak species in favor of those who are more capable and adaptable. Also, for this topic, we're able to discuss the different species, no, of early humans and hominids. So starting with the Australopithecine, the southern ape, it's a non-homo, meaning it's not yet considered a man, but it's part of what we call the pre-human species. They are the most lacking in all of the species that that are presented in this slide. No, for Homo habilis, the handyman, known for being able to use their hands for certain functions. Homo erectus is mostly known for having a very upright posture. So total change in the anatomy of man by having a totally straightened back. We have the Homo heidelbergensis, an important connecting species to connect the early hominids to the modern Homo sapiens, which we also call the wise man or the wise man. No? And it is in the same set or same group that all of us belong to as of the present. For Lenski sociocultural evolution, we're able to talk about the various stages in the society that humans have gone through, starting with the hunting and gathering society. From the name itself, they just simply hunted and gathered food, followed by the pastoral, where they took care of animals, alongside the early stages of agriculture, which is called horticultural or gardening society. This was followed by a full-scale agricultural society known as the Agrarian Society, in which farming became an important core of societies, no, and it even gave a lot of rulers power. Then there came the industrial society, no, when the first machines were invented, and these machines have totally changed the way we produce food and provide income for a lot of people. The industrial society also led to the further establishment of modern day cities. And finally, we have the virtual society that's focused more on the transfer of information, the kind of society that we had today, where we are more concerned with connection or connectivity than the basic things that we already have. For topic 5, socialization and enculturation, it's very simple. So the point of socialization and enculturation is to talk about how we integrate ourselves into the society. So how do we become part of the society? So socialization talks about how we start to learn to see our part or our roles in the society. No? So this is where we start to interact with people. Then enculturation, on the other hand, is about how we eventually adapt attitudes and practices for us to be considered normal or a part of a society. So this is where the conformity and deviance topic enters. No, so conformity is just being able to follow the society. So when you conform, you just follow the standards. You're considered usual or normal or a law-abiding one. Deviance, on the other hand, is the act of defying, no, or not conforming. And we have different types of deviance. No, we have ritualism, retreatism, rebellion, and innovation. So they differ in terms of the degree and to how they deviate from the norms of the society. And the point of human rights and dignity in social control is to highlight the fact that yes, we are meant to be controlled, at a certain level, no? Para ma-achieve natin yung order or kaayusan sa society, there should always be control. But in the process of doing such control, dapat meron pa ding respeto sa human rights because to begin with, we are not objects. And finally, topic 6, groups within society. Here, the main focus of the lesson is the two different approaches and how we start to find our groups or our tribes in our society. So you have social cohesion and social identity approach. So cohesion focuses more on um, us being directly associated with certain people, uh, excluding our choice. Of course, there are people we meet by the fact that we're part of that family or that we go to the same school or that we live in the same neighborhood. So that's social cohesion theory or approach. Meanwhile, social identity focuses on being with people who we find interesting simply because we share the same interest. Here we have different types of groups. No, under the social cohesion, we have the primary and secondary. Primary group is basically the people you grow up with, and secondary group is a group that you mostly encounter in certain occasions of your life. No, so they differ in terms of the degree of closeness and how you frequently see them. Okay, so for the most part, our primary group is our family. Secondary group is people we usually see just because of certain transactions, no? Such as our classmates. Then we have the social identity approach. So here we have the in group, no, the group you find belongingness, no, because you share the same interests. Out groups, anyone who is not part of your in group, no, and the reference group is a group where you just simply look up to them and you idolize them for what they do and who they are. Then we have the social network and social capital. When you combine every relationships that you have built throughout your lifetime, no, this is where you will find yourself in the middle of a web of individuals, of people, of connections, and that is what we call our social network. And the more people we know, the higher social capital we have because this view is about us having this extensive knowledge of other people and of course having established several relationships compared to other people. So there you go. That's it for the quick reviewer. I hope that you do your best in the test and you ace your UCSP exam. So thank you, good luck, and expect to hear from me with an expect another video from me as the second periodical exam approaches. Okay, goodbye.